The Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, the site for the Celtics. The multi-skilled and highly passionate Jason Tatum has his team geared up as they game plan for the job ahead at Spectrum Center. Celtics, Hornets, coming up next. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jaylen Brown.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern, but it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And his teams run through the finish line of the season, Grant. There must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playoffs bound?
Here's Knipple. Back to Ball. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by White. To the middle. Here's Tatum. And he buries his first look.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Miller on the wing. Pass to Bridges. And he buries his first look.
Boy, that's solid work on the interior. I love how assertive Miles Bridges is on the offensive end.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Charlotte. We talked about his approach in guarding Jason Tatum. He said, we want to crowd Tatum right from the jump and prevent him from getting into an early rhythm, especially from deep. Because when his three-point shot is falling, it opens up the rest of his game. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
And here are the Celtics. Will grant a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future is still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Nikola Vucevic taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
What you love about Nikola Vucevic is every night you know he's going to play hard and he's going to do whatever it takes to win. You love playing with teammates like that, guys.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
White with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Ahead. Here's Pritchard. Finished off the break.
The best way to get a clean look is with those quick hitters on the break.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Pass to Miller. Ball outside. Again, Charlotte.
Well, you have to be willing to take what the defender gives you. LaMelo Ball gets into that mid-range, makes the defender pay.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. There's Tatum with the 3. Sinks it from distance. Tatum's got 5 points.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
Ball with it. Pritchard picks him up. Such a wide open look. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. It's a 3-point game. Up top, White. Kick out to Brown. Outside Pritchard. Driving inside.
I missed.
Goes to Charlotte, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Yeah, and that one came down to their rebounding. There was a big gap between the two teams there.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Diamante's checked in for Charlotte. White comes in for Miller. The Celtics making a switch here. The Celtics have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, B.A.
Here we go.
LaMelo Ball is a playmaker,
Nice.
first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Back over to you guys.
A great passer. Allie, thanks very much for the report. And the Hornets with possession here. The Celtics making their last shot. Here's White, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, strong move by White, bringing that competitive energy.
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. Pass to Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
56 seconds left to play in the first. White for 3. Pure from three-point range. White's got 5 points.
Yeah, how about the shooting reflexes of White? He hits his spot and pops.
Tatum gets the bucket.
And he gives up some size inside.
Should have been a
makes
foul.
Great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Come
And
on.
make no mistake about it, White can really get up. I mean, he enjoys showcasing his athleticism.
The Celtics have got 7 of 8 in the basket. Tatum with a screen. Inside. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
24 seconds left now in the first quarter. Outside White to the right side. And here's Knipple from the arc. Boston pulls it in. Last time they met in Boston.
And the main takeaway was their accuracy from beyond the arc. An impressive performance indeed.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, B.A. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
They've got Brandon Miller, also Kobe White out there, and it's James in at the 3.
Nice.
That's the Hornets 5. Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Exum's checked in for Shireman.
Dante Exum.
White for 3. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Off the catch, White has a very quick release.
Pritchard surviving the D. Pass to Garza. And the first shot of the night for him. Missing.
Boy, tough break there. Defense leaves him wide open. He can't get the mid-range to go. Ouch.
Here's Salon. He had 10 points in the win against Philadelphia. Just 5 on the clock. White, the pass to Miller. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And out of bounds. Charlotte will have it. And now we get a second to view the top scoring teams in the league. 5th, the Hornets.
They've been having a great season on the offensive end of the floor. It never takes this team long to put big points up on the board.
Miles Bridges checked in for Charlotte. Derek White's checked in for Boston. And White has got the ball here for Charlotte. They trail by 1. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. And timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Attention, everyone. Look who's coming onto the court. It's your Hornets Swarm Squad. Get out of the door, boys and girls. It's your Swarm Squad.
Knipples checked in for Salon. And the Celtics also making a change. Brown, he's checked in for Garza. Miller, the pass to Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
You combine strength, athleticism, unbelievable hops. Miles Bridges, yes, sir.
Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
Pass to Bridges. The kick out to White. 4-3. No luck on that one. The Celtics with the lead. Miller pulls it in.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And stolen by Brown. White with it. He's picked up by Miller. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Derek White saying it's not just the big fellas who've got some hops. I can put it down. Yes, sir.
For Charlotte, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Pass to Knippel, and here's Bridges. Shot from the low post is good. Bridges has got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
White drives in. 2 points. That one goes. And the Celtics lead by 3.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Bridges outside. Back to White. Fires the 3. Boston pulls it in.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
There's a screen. Hauser right side. Right wing. Pritchard against White. 6 to shoot with his first shot attempt. Fold the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. White with the steal. And Boston pushing it up now. And there's Pritchard. That's good. On the assist by White.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
And the Hornets with possession here. Miller outside. Back to White. Fires from deep. Hauser grabs the board.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
And they pick up 2. Kid has gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Pass to Diabate. Back to Miller. A shot to stop the run. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Pritchard, the pass to Queta. Good on the shot. Queta's got 8 points in the quarter.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
34 seconds left in the second period. Here's Miller. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Boston on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. White against Pritchard. Pass to Queta. White with the steal. Here's Knippel, defended by Brown. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the evening.
First team foul. At the line for Charlotte.
Eight seconds left in the first half of this game. Pritchard from outside. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Great awareness in crucial situations. Nicely done.
And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. We'll be back in a moment.
Fans, please join me for making the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Come on. They're thinking about the shot.
Miss.
Let's hear it for our contestants.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Charlotte Hornets. Well, I don't know about you guys, but my eyes have been glued to this one.
Man, it's hard to even look away. This game has been neck and neck.
Neck and neck? Where'd that come from, Ernie?
I believe that phrase comes from horse racing. Shaq, think of like a photo finish like you and Kenny running to the board.
So if I trip him, would that be facing floor?
And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Charlotte Hornets.
They've done some good things. I mean, they've also let those other guys get comfortable at the offensive end.
Yeah, Lazy D, they'll need to play with much higher energy in the second half.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Coby White.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Boston leading by 7. On the floor for Boston. White and Brown are the wingmen. Jason Tatum out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. Brown, a screen on Bridges. There's Tatum with the 3. Knipple with the rebound.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Well, Doris, when you look at the skill set Jason Tatum possesses, what specifically makes him such an elite player?
Well, if you're elite, it means you have a multi-dimensional game, and that's Jason Tatum to a T. He came in with a scoring mindset. His playmaking skills have advanced every single season. He also absorbs an enormous weight on the defensive end. This guy is elite for a reason, and it's because it's a well-rounded game.
Another great pro from my alma mater, Conker Knipple, making a name for himself. I mean, this guy has a fantastic game.
And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Yes, sir! Ball hits a triple.
This guy is always ready to shoot the 3. LaMelo's so confident from distance.
Pritchard against ball. It's not going to go for him. Hornets trail by 3. For the tie. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Checking out some numbers for LaMelo Ball.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
Here's Tatum. 11 points in the game. Brown, a screen on Bridges. Tatum passes to Brown.
Oh, come on.
Still out of sync.
They feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
Pass to Knipple. Miller outside. For the lead. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Boston. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. That'll be the second of 4 games total on the road for them. Charlotte has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. White against Miller. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a big-time talent Brandon Miller is. Send it home, young sir.
Outside, Brown. Outside, Pritchard. Tatum, screen on ball. Pritchard from outside. The rebound by Bridges. Here's Charlotte. They picked up 11 straight. To the paint. And he slams it in one-handed.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Making a change here. Diabate's checked in. The Celtics also with a sub. Hauser's checked in. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And here's Tatum. He's got 11. Pass to Hauser. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Boston shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops the first. So he gets them both.
Nice.
A minute 53 left to play in the third quarter here. That's good from Knipple on the assist by Ball. Knipple's got 8.
And a nice play by Knipple. He knows where to get his points.
Tatum a screen on Ball. Pritchard the pass to Tatum. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Pritchard the pass to Brown. Bullseye!
Nice.
Jaylen Brown!
Now, Jaylen Brown is now so legit from deep, boy. You better make sure you're contesting that 3 ball. That's how good he is.
Back to Ball. There's the 3. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. The Celtics have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Brown with it. He's got 5. To the inside. Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Well, Jaylen Brown getting better and better in pick-and-roll situations. There's a real willingness to give up the basketball.
Hornets trail by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Looking to win the run. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Pritchard gets it to go.
Jason Tatum simply does it all on a basketball floor. That time, sets his teammate up nicely.
Ball against Pritchard. With 4 on the clock. Ball in the paint.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Poke loose. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here.
I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
Pritchard from outside. What a play!
Nice.
At the buzzer!
That is a huge three-pointer. Extends the lead at the last possible second. That'll give him a big boost going into the fourth period.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. It's the Celtics. They're up by 4. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of quarter number 4 next. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Kobe White out there with James. Then it's Knipple. Then it's Miles Bridges. And it's Diabate in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Hornets 5. Pass to Brown. Brown cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
Well, good things happen for this team when Jaylen Brown gets into the paint. So efficient inside.
Here's James. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Boston.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And he makes the first. Boston making a switch here. Garza's checked in. Both free throws good from James. Boston leading by 4. Outside, Brown. Three-pointer. The rebound by Bridges.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's White. Bridges got the loose ball, but that'll be a backcourt violation.
He's really taking care of the ball. That's just his first turnover of the night.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. And there's a pick. Inside. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh,
come
nice
on.
One-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's White. Pass to Bridges. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Hornets will retain possession here. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sends shockwaves into the opposition sail.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Miller. touches the glass to finish the layup.
This is what happens when you fail to put a body on someone. The ball is bound to find them.
Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pritchard against Ball. Outside Miller. Using the glass to lay it in.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Celtics lead by 4. White outside. Rebounded by Miller. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Puts it up from 15, and it's in there.
Wow. Huge points from Knipple. The youngster ready for a big moment.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Vucevic, a screen on Ball. Here's Vucevic. Oh, he can't get the layup. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. To tie it up, he gets the layup.
Wow, the young serve.
Man.
Miller in a big moment. I got you, folks.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Here's Tatum. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Brown, a screen on Bridges. From 10 feet out. No good. The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Cleared away by White. For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Tatum. Tatum just so strong inside.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands. Yes, sir.
Ball fires. And that misses. That would have put them up. The Celtics with the lead. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Brown with a screen. Beyond the arc. JT for 3.
Man, you can get chills watching Jason Tatum want to deliver in the clutch.
Ball fires. He's off from 3.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Picked by Vucevic. Jaylen Brown. The putback. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Crucial possession right here.
The crowd
You
is
needed that
on
one.
edge.
Steps back. Ball. LaMelo Ball with the stuff.
LaMelo Ball relishes these moments. That young man has no fear.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Bridges against Tatum. Clock at 6. Brown with a screen. Puts up the tray. Knocks down the trifecta. Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Buries it from outside.
Where was the perimeter D on that one? You have to guard against all possibilities.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And that's an intentional foul.
Miles Bridges. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
One more. Come on.
So he goes
Nice.
2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That's what you call clutch free throws, and he shuts the door on this basketball game. Great job.
And the Hornets call time here. 1 second left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
with the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. You know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jayson Tatum.
guard, 6'7", number 5. At guard, 6'3", number 3, C.J. And forward, 6'8", number 1, Your Atlanta Hawks head coach is Will Snyder. Ladies and gentlemen, with your Atlanta Hawks.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Pritchard and White are their guards. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Atlanta, filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And it's McCollum in at the point. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Here's Pritchard to the paint. And it's Vucevic missing. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Okongwu. Launches it. McCollum, no good. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Kings. Outside, White. Out to the wing. Vucevic finds Pritchard. Back to Vucevic. Atlanta with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively, just giving up way too many open looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you can just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
And far from just a perimeter scorer, Brown also adept at finishing in close.
And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
And he
nice.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
McCollum against Pritchard. To the middle. Johnson with the bounce pass. Three-pointer. Daniels. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Tatum a screen. Pritchard passes to Tatum. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Never a bad idea setting Tatum up.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
All right, man, let's give it up for you. Paul Crew. Make some noise.
The Celtics making a switch here. Hauser's checked in. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jaylen Brown.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
Risager with it. Hauser defending. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Johnson sets the screen for Risager. And stolen by Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. His rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the speed he's added over his career.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, I did have a chance to talk with head coach Quinn Snyder. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so.
How did it get over there?
It was a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute. Back over to you.
That was weird.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Kuminga comes in for Risager. Fields checked in for Dyson Daniels. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. Now here's Tatum. Against Charlotte, he was really on his game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Johnson with it. Guarded by Tatum. Healed from outside. And the Hawks with another three.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner. Loves pulling the trigger from deep.
Tatum with the screen on Hield. Right side Tatum. The shot from the low post is good. That's now 8 points for Jason Tatum.
He is dialed in right now. Perfect from the field this quarter.
Brown against Hield. Pass to Landale. 6 on the shot clock to the inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Beautiful look right there. Led his man perfect.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Vucevic a screen on Hield. And here's Brown outside. And it's put back in by Vucevic.
And the instincts on the glass. Love how Vucevic tracks these misses down and then able to convert.
Johnson with a screen on Brown. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And don't go away. We'll be right back. For those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
Boston with the ball. 6-point game. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
And a credit to their front office. They wanted a more complete team, and that's exactly what we saw in that one.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Sam Hauser. And it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. Now Pritchard. After the missed three from Corey Kispert. Pass to Queta. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the bucket by the Suns.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
It looked like a let-up from the team in the lead.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. White check in for Boston. Let's take a look at the numbers for Jalen Johnson. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Now White still without a basket. And Queta gets it to go. Queta's got the lead up to 8 now for Boston.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Johnson, he's checked in for corner Pittsburgh. We'll get a chance to check out the seeding out east. 4 games left on the schedule here. Taking a look at Boston. Right now they've acquired the second best record in the conference. And of course Atlanta. Right now they're 5 spots below them.
And right now for the Hawks, they're headed for the play-in tournament as it stands now. But they've got time to make a move. Maybe they can kick things into gear before the end of the season.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. McCollum's got his first basket of the night.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Down low, here's Queta. Landale grabs the miss.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
They get it again. Alexander Walker.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, in a game this close, that is a huge play.
Out to the right wing. Here's Garza.
Come on.
With his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got it
enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Kuminga. His last outing, 16 points for him. There's a screen. Lock at 6. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Johnson.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Man, they always do that. They always pull that off, too.
With efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade. And I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Rizache is coming in for Jonathan Kuminga. And Daniels subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Here's Daniels. He has yet to score. McCollum, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
McCollum against Gonzalez. Tatum a screen. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Oh, what a steady presence offensively and a very difficult player to game plan for.
Daniels with the bounce pass. A 3 from McCollum. Rebound by the Celtics. And how about this team? They've certainly impressed on the road this season. Now up over 25 wins away from home. It's remarkable.
Well, give their coaching staff a lot of credit for preparing them to come into hostile environments and just totally silence the crowd. This team's character and how prepared they are makes them a nightmare matchup for anyone in our league. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
And one thing about this league we know, momentum can change in an instant.
And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
He powers through. Size and skill. That is a tough tandem to contend with.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Boston leading by 7. It's Brown on the wing. 44 seconds left here in the second. Great positioning on the putback.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Atlanta has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Pass to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Rizache. In the corner, Daniels. A three-pointer, no good. And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Right side, Tatum. Brown outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Daniels inside the line. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Celtics lead by 9. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm joined now by Coach Quinn Snyder, and they were giving you some trouble in transition. How do you slow them down?
Well, I think we had a couple early where we were in good positions. We just didn't make the right read, and that's the biggest thing. But more than anything, whether it's a make or a miss or a turnover, we just got to really sprint back and be urgent.
The sense of urgency is key. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hello and welcome, basketball fans. The first half coming to an end with a deficit for the Atlanta Hawks.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to. Right now, they're putting them no resistance.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
Taking a look at the Hawks, they've had a drop-off that I don't think anybody predicted. Came into the season with high hopes. The chemistry just hasn't been there from the beginning. It's a disappointing year.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before, for sure. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Risacher. And it's McCollum in at the point guard. It's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Brown feeling out a bit. Over Risacher. And another basket for Boston.
And not the easiest shot on the floor. And Brown sticking with that one, showing his confidence.
Pass to Risacher. And the dunk by Risacher.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Risacher has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
And here's McCollum following Jaylen Brown's three. Johnson against Tatum. Kicks it out to Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 8 points for Jalen Johnson.
That brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Vucevic a screen on McCollum. Vucevic with the bucket. And the Celtics lead by 11.
You can't play much better than this. That's 4 straight to start the half.
Outside Daniels. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And a wide open look for McCollum. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something you would have said in that first half.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Shoots the 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax.
Down hard!
Watch out below. Woo! And Johnson giving these fans a show.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Camp. Pritchard passes to White. Inside, Vucevic. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum against Johnson. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Okongwu.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Daniels checked in for Okongwu. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Zachary Riesesheim. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Daniel. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. Boston also with the sub. Sam Hauser's checked in for White. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Now here's Brown. 7 points in the game. That one doesn't drop.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Good on the shot.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Pritchard. Still yet to score. Tatum with a screen on Hield. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Well, that's helping your team. By and large, he's taking shots he knows he can make.
Here's Alexander Walker. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Misses the three.
Well, I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
To the inside. Here's Vucevic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Hield can't hit. Celtics leading by 6. Deflects the pass. Outside, Kuminga. Johnson outside. Hits the three-point bomb. Johnson's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
That was close.
That confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great.
Nobody went in on time.
The officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one. And so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Boston on top. They lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the court for the Celtics. On the block, it's Tatum with Tatum. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then it's White, and it's Gonzalez in at the point guard position. Outside Tatum. Here's the screen. The 3. Tatum.
Nice.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Here's Alexander Walker. Light covering. Hit by Kuminga. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Misses the jumper.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Tatum passes to Hauser. Over Kispert. And too long on the shot.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
To the paint, here's Tatum. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, and Tatum's passing ability really makes him a problem
in that pick and roll. No wasted motion, always slicing and dicing the defense.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Here comes your Hot Squad. Yeah, let me hear you. Let's start getting loud. And give a big welcome to your Hot Squad.
Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Jalen Johnson comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Kispert. And Daniels subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He really emphasized rim protection. He said to his guys, I want us to cut down on the easy looks inside. No more of that. It's a simple ask that could have a big impact.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Now here's McCollum. 5 to shoot. The Hawks need to get off the shot here. Rebounded by Tatum.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Pritchard with the ball. He's guarded by McCollum.
And for a big man, Vucevic is pretty efficient at the line. Really has a complete game.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Celtics?
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And something else I've liked has been their ball movement. Always finding the open guy with a better look. That is team basketball.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
He's as good as it gets at the line. Pretty much automatic.
McCollum, no problem with the wide open jam.
And the offense has just flowed through McCollum all night, whether that's finding people or repeatedly attacking like he does right there.
Now here's White. Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
The Hawks trail by 7. McCollum fires. The 3 is off.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
Tatum setting the pick for White. Now here's Tatum. Oh, what a play inside.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
Time running out for the Hawks. 1:51 left in the fourth quarter of this one. McCollum feeling it out a bit. He drills the 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
Now here's Tatum. Vucevic is screen on Johnson. Here's Brown. Shoot from 12. Johnson rips down the board. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 6. Okongwu, and he jams it in.
And that's one of Daniel's greatest attributes, his poise as a playmaker.
The Celtics have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. Pretty nice efficiency there. Brown outside. Vucevic setting the pick for Brown. Now Vucevic. Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead pass.
Because of that refined offensive skill set, Vucevic can be a dependable scoring option late in games.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
TJ McCollum, second. Team second.
Here's Vucevic. Vucevic gets double teamed. McCollum against Richard. Jaylen Brown knocks down the three.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
I think the key here is to be careful about playing it too safely. Just keep doing what you're doing.
So we see Boston getting the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.